Hey, this is Slap Out Lash Girl Melissa, and welcome back to my channel. We are going to talk about aging eyes today, or hooded eyes. This technique that I saw Smitha Deepak do. I love her stuff on YouTube, and she always does a lot of different eyeshadow looks, but this one was totally different, and it was totally geared toward us older ladies and how to do our eyes, and I was just fascinated by it. So I did it on my ladies' night, and so today I'm going to do it for you here on wonderful YouTube. But you can see my eyes are not perfect. They're not even shaped the same. So it is a challenge to do mine. It is. So I'm going to show you with one eye, and then we'll finish it up. I want you to see the difference. Instead of doing both of them at the same time, I want you to see the difference in one eye versus the other, and how much this little technique lifts your eye, and just, it's amazing. I was amazed when I got done with it, and I want to show it here with you. So come on, let's go do it. So let me show you what we're going to use. I found this color. This is the color Impish. Now this is Younique's color, and she said you need to have a terracotta looking color. So that's about as close as I could find in something I had, and it worked really well. And then you got to have a dark brown eyeshadow. So I'm opting for this one. This is a Younique palette. I just like this color. It's perfect. It's not too dark and it's not too light. So I call that the medium kind of road, you know, but it is a dark color. Now, the one other thing you're going to have is some eyelash curlers. And I found out, trying to do this the other night, that a metal one is not going to work with this particular technique that she did. The reason is, I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. The reason is, the eyeshadow, you're going to put it on this, okay? It's not going to stay. So I happen to have a heated eyelash curler, and it's plastic. And guess what? The plastic one will work. Here it is. This is the one that I have. This one, you can push this button and it will heat up, and it's very simple to use. But the cool thing about it is we have this edge that is not reachable with this one. It just is not going to work. This is not long enough. It's just not going to allow you to do the line. You're going to use this as a guide. Yes, you are. It is kind of a fun thing to do, and that's the whole reason I wanted to do it. So we're going to start with this eye here. I'm actually going to prep this eye at the same time. That way I'm going to go off camera and do this eye, and we'll come back and we'll see the finished look. I am going to use a little bit of concealer. This is Too Faced. I love this stuff. I do. And this is the color Porcelain. And I'm just going to put a little bit here on my lids just to get us started. And then we're going to blend it out with our fingers. And then we're going to use a brush to lightly put some powder over it to set it. This is the best way here lately that I have decided to do, you know, get my eyes ready. And it just works really great for me, and I hope it does for you. Especially once you set it with the powder, it's so easy to go right over it and just keep going and adding all the colors you want to add or not add. If you want to be simplistic, be simplistic. Today, I'm just going to have fun. This is just a fun way a technique that really kind of changed the structure of my eye, and it made it look more lifted. So that's what I was so excited about. Take a little bit of powder. I am using It's. I just have it in my little tray here, and I am just going to kind of go right over the concealer to set it, because you don't want anything tacky or sticky. Why? Because when you go to apply the product, it's going to grab a lot of that color in one spot, and then it's going to be really hard to blend out. So this is very important that you do this. And if you're going to use an eye primer, I would still suggest go ahead and, you know, put the powder over it as well. Because now when I go to touch it, it's perfect. It's not tacky or sticky. And now I can really maneuver and blend better. So that's the whole point of putting the powder over the concealer. So, all right, let me grab all my stuff I want to do, and let's go. Okay, I'm going to use BK Beauty's 204 brush. This is a smudger brush. See how tiny it is? I'm using very small. You're going to use very small brushes. That's one key to make this work. So I'm just going to do a spritz of my Prime and Set Mist by Younique. I'm using a little bit of that. You use what you want, or you don't have to use anything at all. I just want to be able to grab this color and it stay on my brush, because this is what we're going to do. You're going to take some of this right here on the end. See that? And then you're going to come to this, because the key is what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to use this as a guide, and we're going to stamp the color right in there. But we're not doing the whole thing here. We're only doing it halfway. Does that make sense? And so this is what I did. I just kind of packed it on like this, halfway. And you don't have to have a whole lot. See that? It would not work with the metal one. So that's why I'm telling you, you're going to need a plastic one. And if you need to add a little more, you can. So let's come in here, and you can look at me straight on. Hooded, hooded, hooded. Here I go. This was fun the other night, though. And if you need to come back and stamp it again, do it again. I just was so intrigued by it that I thought, I got to try that. So I'm just kind of pushing it in. And see, there's my little line. You see the line? Now, you can make it darker if you want to. I'm just pretty much, I can see it, and I know exactly where I need to be. And I love it. I love it. And then you're going to use this side. We're going to do this part. We're going to come out here and use the same thing, but we're not going to stamp it in. I'm going to take that brush, stamp it down into that one color. We start with the terracotta color now. And then you're going to come right over here, and you're going to line this up, and you're going to line it up with right in here. Let me see if it was this side. Yes, this is the side I want to use. I want to do it right here. That's it. I want to bring it. So I'm going to make a little angle right here. Not much of one, just through here. And then now I've got a line there, and I've got a line here. So I've mapped it out. So now what we're going to do is come back, and we're going to blend this. And we're going to fix it to where we're going to have like this opening right here. And that's where all the light's going to go. Girl, this is such fun. I had a good time with it the other night. So now we have our lines. I'm going to take a little color and just kind of go along that line to make it just a little bit darker for me to see. See that now? You can see it a little better. And I did add just a tad right there on the outer corner. Now you're going to need a very small brush for this. This is BK Beauty's is it 504? Yes, A504. And all you're going to do is start blending this out. Just blend it, really easy, nothing complicated. And then we're going to come back and we're going to add a little bit of a dark color to it. Just blend really lightly, nothing major. And then we're going to use, that's where the dark eyeshadow comes in. We're going to kind of blend it with that. And I was just so excited to do it. I couldn't believe how it turned out. I was really shocked. I did not think it would work. And so I'm going to make mine just a little bit come here, because I got a lot of real estate right there. Now, you see how we've mapped it out? And it's very, very light. You can see that one line just right there. So we're going to grab, I'm just going to grab Younique's little palette here. This is a great little palette. I love this dark color. This is called the Warm Tones palette. And such a nice palette it is. And we're going to grab a different brush. I'm going to grab a smaller brush. And I'm going to come and dip my color right here into my brush. And this is what we're going to do. You're just going to I'm just going to very lightly place this color down. Because guess what? We're going to blend it. So you don't want to get too dark. You're just going to blend these two together, but you got to add the dark. Okay? Look at that. There we go. There's that. Now, grab a brush and let's blend it out. But you're not blending it out totally. You're just going to be very sparingly. Blend the two together so it gives you this beautiful finish on the outer corner. And then you're going to do the same thing. Now, if you want to use that smaller brush, since we're working in such a smaller area, come back and grab this brush here and just lightly, because this is a little blending brush too. So I can't talk today. What's wrong with me? It's cold here, that's why. We didn't have any snow, but it was very cold. It's still very cold outside, but it is, I do see some, it's blue sky outside now, so hopefully it will stay that way. Try not to get it too dark in the corner. There we go. That looks good. And we're just blending these two together. Now you see how that just made that? Look at that. Now we have this whole area here that we can work with. And that's where we're headed. And so I'm going to decide, since this color is not available, I was going to try something different. But I do love this color. It's very, very pretty. But Younique doesn't have it anymore. So if you have something that's really light like this color, I would definitely use that. But I'm going to find something that I have that we can use so you don't have to worry about that. I was just looking at this. You can already see how it's going to go right through here and kind of lift things up. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Now, I picked up Younique's Rose Tone palette, and I believe this color here would be really pretty. It's got that shimmer light reflection. I think that one would work. I'm going to use a really tiny brush. This is one by Jaclyn Hill that I've had forever, but it's so tiny. I'm just going to kind of pat this down into it, and we're just going to pat this across my eye right in here, just like this. So it's kind of like building a bridge between the two, pretty much. And you're going to stop right here where that color is, and then over here, you've kind of come down in this corner, but we're not going all the way to that inner corner. Okay, we're not doing that. We're just adding this color a little at a time to really make this eye pop. It's just giving you a guideline of where you can go. The other night when I did it, I was just like, wow. But I do love the Optimistic with it. It is very pretty. You could find Optimistic on Macari. I think that's how you say it. I could look that up and see if they have it. But this is all you do. I mean, pretty much we're going to do a liner. Yes, I'm going to do some liquid liner with it, but I'm going to use a really easy way to do the liner part of it. You'll love it. It's simple and easy to do, but that really does set it off. The liner is what makes everything kind of just pop. It does. So you got to make sure you do that. And then what we're going to do is come back, and I'm going to use the brown, and we're going to kind of blend all this together. And I may raise this up just a little bit more because I really like the color to be more right up in here in my crease. So I'm going to put a little bit more right there in my crease and bring it over here. There we go. Now that gives me a little bit more light. Ooh, that's a lot of light, girlfriend. Now I grabbed this brush here because it's kind of small. It's going to be great for blending, and that's what we're about to do. And this one is 211, BK Beauty's 211. We are coming back to this brown color, so grab some of that. And I always tap it off on my hand, always. And I'm just going to start small and just kind of build upon this color, because this is the drama in the whole look, except for when we add that liner. That liner is what really made the eye just boom. So I just thought this was an incredible technique, and I just wanted to share it with you. And I don't know what it was about it. I was so drawn to it. And I was like, wow. But if you go to her page, she has a lot of eye looks, and she does them all the time. That's basically pretty much what she likes to do, is the eye looks. So you see what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of adding a little bit of the dark. And then don't, worry. I'm going to come back here. We're going to put light here in this inner corner. So right now, we're just kind of blending. I'm blending upward. You don't want this to be too dark. So make sure you just keep that in mind, that you do not want it to be too dark. But see, we're having this, we're not really connecting right through here. Does that make sense? It really does open up your eyes. So if you have a really hooded eye, that's the reason I loved this so much. It just made sense. I'd never thought about it before, but watching her, I was really inspired. I was like, oh my goodness, I must try this. And if it works, then I'm going to share it. Now, the other night on my Younique by Melissa page on Facebook, I did it cold turkey. I didn't rehearse it or anything. I just grabbed the stuff and went for it. Yeah, that's what I did. I didn't know what else to do because, you know, I work full-time still. I am retiring March 1st. So you will be probably seeing me a lot more on here. And yes, we're going to bring all this together with a lighter color. It's just make sure that you blend all of this together first. Get this where you need to be. Look at your hooded eyes and you determine the height that you need so that this works for you. See this one's coming here and that one, and I have that still open between the two. So keep that in mind too. If you need to put your finger there just so you don't do it, then definitely do that. Now, we're going to do a wing. Yes, I'm not good with wings. I'll just profess that right now. But this product will help you be able to do one. Now, this is Younique's liquid eyeliner. It's in the color Perfect, which means it's a black color. And the way this is designed is see how it's on an angle? It's perfect for our hooded eyes and for this area here, because you can take this and stamp it. And you can stamp it right here and get the length that you want, and then just kind of blend it up. That's what I did the other night. But what I did was, they started all the way in the inner corner. I'm not really much about the inner corner itself, but I did do a lot more than I thought I was going to do. I did bring it down, and just make sure you have little bitty strokes like this. The end of this is perfect. It is. That's why they call it perfect, right? I know I'm silly. But it's going to make it really pop in the end when you get the mascara on. Oh, girl. The whole look just comes together with this liner. And I know liquid liners are challenging, but this one, if I can do it, you can do it, because I can't do a freehand one. It's just, mine are too different. My eyes are too different. So now I'm going to take this and we are going to stamp like right here in this area, so I can get that nice little wing. See that? Now, you can take it as high as you want to. I'm not one to really do that. But if you stamp it, if you go, listen, let me make sure I got it right. Okay. If you stamp it, then you're getting that point. You see? Isn't that cool? Whoever created this is smart. They go, older women, they can't do it. They can't use this. Well, it's true. I have a hard time with it. I do. I admit to it. But this, however, has made it much easier for me to do. I'm going to bring it over just a little bit more. I do think you will love this product. So if you struggle with wings, this product's for you. Definitely. If you don't get anything out of this, this would be a great thing for you to use. So I'm going to let that dry, because it's got to dry. I don't want to touch it. And it doesn't take long, and it is smudge proof and waterproof. So if you cry, it's not going to run down your face, and that's a good thing. Now, here's our look. Look at that eye. Oh, and see, I don't have like a huge wing at all. But the one thing we are going to do is come out with the dark brown and that little tiny brush. And we are going to kind of fill the blanks in. That's what we're going to do. Just a little bit of this brown. And I want to come right through here just to darken it just a tad, just to take it upward. Because I've gotten, see how easy it was though to use that one little pen to create that little wing. It's not a huge wing, but it's a wing for me. It's a win, because I have a hard time there. Simply because there's wrinkles there. And you can't get around them suckers. Nope, you can't. And we're going to come back over here and just kind of clean this up. Kind of bring it together. Do you see how that just makes your eye look just bright? I love it. I love the way this does. Now I am going to come and we're going to use this little color here And we're going to use this. I could use a brighter color, I guess. Let me see how bright this one is. That one's like super bright. I don't want that. Since I kind of use golden, we're going to stick with this more muted color that's in here. I like this color. I think it's pretty. And you can just pop this right here in the corner. And you can always come back and add a little glitter in the corner if you wish. But if you don't want to draw a lot of attention to that area, but you've opened it up like I just did, that's all you really need to do. And then I'm going to bring this up and around my eye. And I did use Quadra Mascara by Younique. And then I also used the Mario superhero one with it. I like the two combination. I do. I've been doing that for a few days now, and it's just like, okay, I like this combo. I do. Look how pretty. Let's open this up right here a little bit. What do you think? I think you should try this technique. It is so pretty. It just it just makes your eye look alive to me and more lifted. Let me look straight at you. What do you think? I haven't even finished this under here. We've got to do that too. I get so carried away, I forget. So we're going to use this color here. We're going to take a little of that, and we're going to take a little of Impish, which is our terracotta color. And I'm going to tap it on my hand just like this. And we are going to spray it just a little with some setting spray. Why? Because I don't want it to run everywhere. And this will set it. Now, if you want to use a liner, you can do that. I am probably going to tight line here with a little bit of black. So that's what I'm thinking. But I want this to be complementary to the colors that I just used. So we're using those same two colors just to put a little bit of color underneath here to bring it all together. There we go. What do you think? I think it's so pretty. I do. I really love this technique. I am just tickled over it. I am. It's so pretty. Now, I'm going to go do the other eye off camera, and we'll see the finished look. And here we are with our finished look. What do you think? I absolutely love it. I love it. Look at that. That is some bright stuff right there. I think you will love this. I think you can give it a try and map it out. It's really a lot of fun to do anyway. You can use different colors. I just chose these colors because that's what she used, but love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, please like and share and click that notification bell. I'm here on Sundays only, and I love it when you come and hang out with me. Tell me what you think about this look. Honest, be honest too now. Some people may not like liquid eyeliner, but I do all of a sudden. Well, this made it easy for me. So if there's one thing I say take away from this is if you really want to try to have a wing, you need this. It works so good. Works. So, but it only comes in one color now. It only comes in black. So it doesn't come in brown. I wished it did because I would love to have it in brown. Okay. I will see y'all next time. Have a great and fabulous week. See you later.